closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. 2nd and 9. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. You talk about this Bengals defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get out of roll early, chip away at their timing.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So now the Bengals get ready for their first drive. And leading them out is their 5th-year quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he's probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
This to the sideline and over everybody, incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here. He is up there among the NFL leaders in TD passes. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. 2nd down and 8. Back to throw here. Quick throw to Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. The Eagles at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he's up to the 47. A handoff to Barkley on the option. Breaks through the contact. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. In motion goes the tight end. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. Oh, look at the juke. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get you.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14. Now back to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season. But they have had the hot hand lately, winning 3 straight.
I would agree. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same team because we followed them pretty closely throughout this season. And early on, I thought this is going to be a really tough year for this crew. So plenty of credit to them for turning the ship around.
They will toss to Brown. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run. No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So here are the Eagles to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. You talk about this Bengals defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. A really good pickup of 28 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
first down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. The kick by Elliott is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bengals offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's in the midst of a very solid season, currently 2nd in the NFL in passing yards. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he stopped immediately there. Zach Bond there on the tackle. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bengal first down on a 16-yard pickup there. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down. From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 9. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Ryan Rico now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got a man. It's Brown. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. They'll drop the throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line.
The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown set to take over once more. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now a short one to Gesicki, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals.
They're going to look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw.
That one out wide and intercepted.
And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll set up a throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles are able to add on to that lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. That time a 6-play drive.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
They go play action here on first down. It'll buy some time right. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
And he's got it. Touchdown. A.J. Brown from 17 yards out as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Second and 5. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other, because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
It's Nakobe Dean with a pick.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Now you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And able to get this out to the 25. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. In motion, the tight end. After the pick-6, they go right back to the air. Over the middle, complete. It's Higgins. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw now on first down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
So on fourth down, out is Ryan Rico to punt.
This is brought in at the 21.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Well, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
Out route, and it's complete to Brown.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught once again by Brown. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And he missed it. It's no good, but that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, You've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead now down to 20. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll begin just outside Washington at Commanders Field in Landover, where you see the final score there. The Bears are hanging in there in the playoff race as they jump above 500 now to 4-3 on the year. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. James Cook, over 100 yards on the ground with 3 touchdown runs. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood, see what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. And they've gone to the half in that one with the visiting Saints out on top. Gardner Minshew, 3 first-half touchdown passes. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And they love to find different ways to get into the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week second in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Brown. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Well, another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Right back to Brown. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Here's a give left side for Shipley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Being chased out left. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
This short throw caught by Goddard, and he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
He dumps it off to Barkley. So no gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 7 from the 20.
He'll drop to throw. Now a short one to Gesicki. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's complete to Brown, right side. No gain on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. This is Brown going up the middle. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great...
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Jalen Carter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete from the contact. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts.
They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
Nolan Smith
from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And now here's another interception. And bulldozing his way through.
And the Eagles are going to take over here up near the 40.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Hurts.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hurts going to give this to Shipley.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And it doesn't matter who carries it, apparently, as they'll drop him behind the line as well. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
They'll need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick-6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick-6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Elliott Good with a PAT. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick-6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
At the 29-yard line.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He'll look to throw.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that
way. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals.
An inside give, Brown. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The tackle by Nakobe Dean. Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 20-yard line.
Now back to throw. And now here's another interception.
And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 15.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Nice little juke. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. And it's second down.
Back to throw here. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Back to throw again. He's got Higgins over the middle.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now 2nd and 3.
They'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Cincinnati Bengals. First and 10 at the 17.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Philadelphia, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home.